YouTube, what's going on? It's me, Snoops. Welcome back to another video. Now in this video, what we're doing is we're going over the Courtside report for the badges in the builder, since we got like a lot more info since Friday, and also since I just worked all weekends, so I wasn't able to get to actually like posting the video or uploading the VOD from me doing it live and doing the live reactions. So I'm just doing this video just so I can skim right through. You guys don't have to watch a 40-minute VOD just for you to get the info. So here we are going to be talking about the badge system and the builder, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're gonna go through everything. We're not gonna go super crazy in depth on literally every little single piece of info, because there's just obviously because a lot of the info besides the Courtside report is scattered through tweets, so it will just take way too long to do that. But anyway, they talk about having the new builder, and they talk about having a template. So they have NBA templates in the player builder now, so that's something that we'll talk about here in a minute. But the badges are definitely interesting, because they added 24 new badges and had some removals. They have 77 total skill badges across my team and Mycareer, so that's going to be interesting. And they talk about all the new badges. So all the new badges here for scoring, they don't say shooting and finishing, they specifically talk about all the scoring ones here. So they have float game, which is a player's ability to make floaters and runners while attacking in the basket. Like it's improved. So scooper, quick scoop, layup, shot chances are improved with the new scooper badge. Bunny, hop step, layups, and dunks receive an increased shot chance with bunny. Then you have spin cycle, drives finish with a spin, layup, or dunk will receive an increased shot chance ability. Two-step, cradle, neuro step, layups, and dunks receive a shot boost with two-step. And then precision dunker, this is the most important badge for any slasher here. Those who utilize the skilled dunk mechanic will receive an improved chance of flushing their dunk attempt with precision dunker. So yeah, they brought back the post fade stuff, and I'm actually really happy that they brought back the post stuff, because that was something that I was really looking forward to in 23, especially now. And I'm just a little like, I find it a little obnoxious they didn't give us like any post fade badges. They just had us rely on midi magician, which you didn't really need midi magician that high for it to be useful anyway. But they brought hook specialist back, brought back from the dead. Hook specialist increases a player's ability to make hook shots out of the post. If you guys remember, I think it was hook specialist or deep hooks or something like that. It was like one of those badges from one of the other games, where the badge was used specifically to help you do hooks from further away as well. So that was interesting. But they brought hook specialist back specifically. I think it was in 22 was the last game the hook specialist was in, but then they took it out in 23. So it's interesting to hear that they took it out in 23, but then brought it back in 24. I mean, we know that the post game is going to be really good in 24, but hopefully we can get some more insight on the reason why they took it away from 23 and brought it back in 24. But I don't think we'll hear too much about that. But post fade phenom, similar to hook specialist, post fade phenom will allow a player to make post fades and hop shots out of the post at a higher clip. Open looks, as a way to encourage sudden opportunities. Open looks will enhance a player's ability to make wide open jumpers. And not only that, but they have spot finder, which is definitely going to be really good for those off-ball screens or those off-ball shooters, the wing scorers. By utilizing the get open mechanic, R2 or the right trigger tap, spot finder allows players to receive a speed boost off the ball to get to an open space with a raised chance of knocking down the shot off the ensuing catch. So it's like catch and shoot, but it's like kind of like slippery off ball mixed with catch and shoot is what that practically is. They have whistle, creating contact and getting to the free throw line when attacking a rim or shooting a jump shot is improved with the new whistle badge. So that practically means that if they're jumping, if they're not staying on their feet, it's going to be harder for them to get the contest or get the stop without fouling. So if they're constantly like, if they're jumpy, they're going to get more fouls when you have this badge. Practically that's just how I have perceived it, from everything that I've heard so far. Free points and clutch moments, knocking down free throws with the game on the line is improved with free points. Kind of like a clutch shooter. A lot of people used clutch shooter for this reason. They took away ice and veins, which was an absolute W, because fuck ice and veins. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But clutch shooter was really, really good. You only needed bronze clutch shooter, and then, you know, at the end of the game, if you had free throws, you'd be able to knock them down pretty easily without any issue. And then they have bulldozer here, a mix of scoring and a ball handling badge. Think of this as a bully version 2.0 with elements of the old clamp breaker. Hence, you know, the reason why clamp breaker is gone. Bulldozer improves the player's ability to push through physical body ups and finish with physicality around the rim. So they took out clamp breaker and bully, and they practically just combined it in here, but then they have a badge specifically to counter bulldozer, which we'll talk about here in a minute when we get to the defensive badges. But ball handling and passing, I was playing last night on current gen, or I should say old gen, with a few friends of mine on Rec Center. Had a lot of fun games. I think we won like every single fucking game, man. I don't think we lost a single game because we were just playing really good all around. But to the first two badges we were constantly talking about, and the reason why is just because relay passer, a hockey assist badge. Relay passer provides a boost to shooters in a pass to assist situation. So you pass, the other person passes, boom. So it's just really, really, really good. And then you have relay passer mixed with touch passer. Passers or players who quickly move the ball upon receiving it will get faster pass animations with touch passer. I definitely like this wombo combo, like especially if your team likes to really, really like think of it this way: if the other team is playing like some zone or whatever, and your team is moving the ball frequently, and you guys like moving the ball around, you guys have your own play style where you're constantly moving the ball around trying to get good looks. Relay passer and touch passer is definitely going to be really, really fucking good as a wombo combo here. So keep that in mind, guys. Like relay passer and touch passer is definitely going to be very, very good. Yeah, big driver. Face up bigs driving to the basket from within the mid-range area will receive an initial launch boost with a big driver. Blow by. Quicker ball handlers receive boost in body up interaction with offenders when blow by is equipped. Then you have physical handles. During a physical body up interaction, players with physical handles have a higher chance of winning the outcome following a dribble move. And then you have Speed Booster, a perimeter only quick first step badge. Speed Booster will allow for quicker launches when coming from a standstill dribble situation. And then you have Triple Strike. Players excel with triple threat launches and jukes at a higher rate with Triple Strike. So if you like playing on the perimeter and then you use like a lot of dribble moves off of the triple threat to get like some open looks or to get around players, Triple Strike is definitely going to be very, very good to use a dribble move out of the triple threat. So you're in the triple threat situation, you use a dribble move to get that really, really good launch using Triple Strike, leaving you to either get an open shot in the mid-range, or you get like a fading shot off of it, or perhaps, you know, you got a screen off of it so you can get like a fading three, or perhaps you get a lane to the basket by doing so, and then you can like finish at the rim or whatever. There's just a lot of potential at Triple Strike. I just don't think it's going to be like, I mean, now with the ability of having every single badge in the game practically, as long as you have the requirements available for it, then yeah, I think it's going to be really, really good. And then they talk about championships are built on defense here. You have fast feet. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be a fair game if only offensive players succeed. To speed boost, fast feet can be looked at as a quick first step badge for defenders, allowing defensive specialists to stay in front of shifty ball handlers. I think fast feet would also be really, really good to use alongside chase down artist. I feel like that would be like a really, really good badge. So if you were like a forward that was able to have fast feet at a certain level, I think it'll be really, really good to utilize that fast feet so you get that burst of speed towards the other player. If they get around you, then you have that just a little bit of burst to try and cut them off again, and get the hip going, because as long as you can hit them on the hip and hip ride them, it'll be a little bit harder for them to get the dunks off, so it'll be nice to have. Then you have right stick ripper, because they did change the gameplay where you're able to actually use directional steals now. So if you use the right stick, you can choose the direction of which you're trying to rip the ball from, and it says those who utilize the right stick steal mechanic will receive a boost on steal attempts with right stick ripper. Then you have Immovable Enforcer. This is the direct counter to Bulldozer. Immovable Enforcer allows defenders to win physical matchups when it comes to body ups in contact layups. Then you'll have 94 feet, which is something that was super like insanely like looked at by a lot of people, and it says players with 94 feet receive fewer body up stamina hits and improved body up wins when pressing full court. Don't worry, those who do not have this badge will regret pressing full court. So it's one of those full court press badges. Obviously everybody's going to have the badge on at least bronze, but I'm guessing that at this point bronze isn't going to be as effective of a badge tier this year, and I really hope that is the case, because having every single badge at bronze available to you is going to be it's just going to be absolutely obnoxious, because there are a ton of badges that were really effective on bronze last year just to get animations, or with over the last few years just to get certain animations and whatnot. But now that we can have every single badge on bronze, I hardly doubt that we can actually utilize the badges as effectively as we were before. But obviously with no badge limit and being able to upgrade any badge as long as we have the requirements for it, we'll see what happens. They talk about the badges that got removed, Limitless Takeoff, Bully, Clamp Breaker being some interesting, or the most important ones here. But not only that, they have Menace, Mismatch Expert also taken out, and Quick First Step and Vice Grip were interesting takeouts for me as well. Amped, because nobody really used it, and it was just like kind of obnoxious. It's like, okay, all it does is just make sure our shot is like, it practically just gave us like, oh, the fact that, we're shooting without stamina, like our shot's still going to be slow, but, we still have like the same green window and the same shot percentage when taking it when we have amped. But I don't see the point in that. Nobody really shot without stamina. So that was just kind of like an L badge. Catch or clutch shooter was interesting for them to take out, but obviously we have the new free points, and I'm like, okay, makes sense. A lot of people only really used it, and it was only really viable for you to take free throws late in the game. Floor general taken out obviously is a W, because floor general hasn't been useful at all for the last few years. And then volume shooter got taken out as well, which was very interesting to me as well. But here they talk about it. The first thing you're looking to do when you pick the game up is head to the builder. At the start, you can choose between creating your own custom player or new to 2K24, starting with an NBA player template. A variety of player types are among the handful of NBA players chosen for the template feature. The player templates are customizable, but if you wish to do so, you can accept the player exactly how they are and start your career. Now, it says all that right there, but I do want to mention that they did confirm on Twitter, Mike Wang, Wolf, all of them on Twitter have confirmed that if you do use the NBA player template, you do get all of their signature animations off the rip. Even as a 60 overall, even if you don't meet the requirements for the animations, you still have their animations unlocked, because you technically are using that player. So even though it is also basing their stats on like everything like into the template, you're still able to go to a 99. So keep that in mind as well. You're still able to go to a 99. So it's like if you're using LeBron, you're not going to max out at a 96 with certain stats. You're able to actually get to the 99 overall rating and be able to utilize that to your potential. So even though they are practically basing the templates off of actual NBA players, they're not limited to just their overalls in the actual rosters. Now it says right here, if you're going to the custom route or customizing a template, you'll notice some changes to the attribute builder page. No longer part of Myplayer Builder. Takeovers are no longer part of the Myplayer Builder process. We talked about that before in one of my previous Courtside reports, or the first one, because they talked about it here in the gameplay stuff. So that's interesting as well. If you guys want to hear me talk about that, go back to that one. But they also say, in addition, badges have been split into 4 tiers: S tier, A tier, B tier, and C tier, with S tier badges being the best of the lot. Sticking to the course from 2K23, a player's height determines tier assignments, and each badge has a unique set of attribute requirements for unlocking the use of the badge. So if we see right here, they have Claymore. Also it says, in terms of archetype improvements, more emphasis was placed on preventing meta builds. Attribute caps for various size combinations saw a positive overhaul, and max heights / weights were updated per position. Also, focus was put on the archetype naming system to ensure that the names are as descriptive as the player as possible. I know right here it says for Claymore specifically requires a 3-point rating in order for you to actually have the badge. And then there's also this right here: Scholar, increase badge level progression in City, Rec, and Pro-Am. If you have a high teammate grade, you have a increased badge level progression, which is absolutely insane. But you see a lot of the new badges here. You have touch passer here, whistle, triple strike, spot finder. You have relay passer, scooper, special delivery makes a return, pro touch also makes a return. You have open looks, mini magician is back, guard up is back, float game is new. Then we have comeback kid and Claymore, which were both in the game before. Bunny is new, and aerial wizard has returned. These are just some B tier badges for the player specifically that they were showing off here. But also in one of their tweets, when they tweeted this out for the Courtside report for the badges and the builder, they did show clamps in that screenshot, and it showed that clamps requires a acceleration rating now. So I don't know how true that is, and it showed that in order to get Hall of Fame clamps, you needed a 99 perimeter defense for Hall of Fame clamps with a 60 acceleration. So to me, it looks like one of those things where it's like, okay, it only needs a low rating, so I don't really see the point, but maybe they have updated it since then, and that's just like an old screenshot. Or according to some people, that screenshot is fake because it was based on somebody's, thumbnail and whatnot. But from what I'm seeing here, I don't really think that's the case, because everything looks similar to how it was in that screenshot. But it's weird how some people are like, oh, this is fake. I'm like, but 2K tweeted it. Like, if 2K tweeted it, I don't think it's gonna be fake. Once you create your player, we're happy have the new badge progression system. Badge level is determined by badge usage, meaning how often they're firing off in game. Over time, from game to game, your usage and skills of the badge are being evaluated, and your badge level will start to trend towards the level that matches your play. Badges with high usage and success will trend towards the higher levels within your potential, while badges with lower usage and success will trend towards the lower levels. There is a floor, however, as your badges will never drop below bronze. Like riding a bike, if a badge drops below a level you once had, regaining that level takes less time than it did the first time around, and certain badges are also protected from games in which they cannot fire, such as relay passer in a 2v2 game, because obviously a relay passer requires at least 2 passes, your pass and then the other person's pass to somebody else. So that would mean that they would have to immediately pass back to you, and then the relay passer would, like, it's supposed to be a pass to assist, so that's why it's not really going to work out. The badge tiering system comes into play with the system in different ways than before. C-tier badges, generally considered the least powerful badges in your arsenal, will be easier to gain and keep. Each tier you go up makes it progressively harder to gain and quicker to lose. The beauty in the system is that you are who you are playing as. You've proven which skills you excel at or which areas you like to gravitate towards. In the end, role players who have singular focuses will likely have fewer badges, but at higher levels than well-rounded players who like to dabble with a little bit of everything. And they say practice makes perfect, right? Badge level progression can also be worked on in team practice facility, the Gatorade training facility, and at Chris Brickley's gym. In each of these modes, you will only ever improve your badges and they will never drop. So one of the cool rewards and prizes of playing throughout the game as well is these badge perks. They hinted at badge perks here in the Courtside report, and I was wondering what badge perks were all about. I was wondering if they were part of Mycareer or if that was just like a thing they added for the W, since they mentioned it there, but they did hint at it. And yeah, so it seems like we do have more badges here to look at, like some new ones and some old ones. Two-step obviously is new. Also, Giant Slayer here has this little badge border here, and it's gold, and it has the star. It's more noticeable than these other ones, but as you can see, you have 4 different badge selections here, and you have like C, B, A, and S for all of them. So Overdrive, Immunity, Drill, Savants, and Scholar Season 1. So this one's going to rotate out every season. But yeah, these are your badge perks. And they say badge perks are prizes that provide various benefits to the progression of individual badges. The badge perk page consists of slots that the user can fill when unlocked. There are 4 slots per perk, each slot representing a different badge tier. A badge can only have 1 badge perk applied at a time. And here are the perks. You have Overdrive, which you see up here. A badge with Overdrive applied will receive an increase in badge level progression while playing games. And just, practically all that is. Immunity slows down badge level regression in games. So if you're not using specific badges, then you can throw them on. Now, obviously, I feel like this will be like the section here that you would want to throw like your best badges in that you're not really using all the time, but want to keep at a high level so they regress lower. Like open looks definitely is very, very good, because if you're not getting that many shots off, especially with open looks, then obviously keeping it on immunity might be very, very good. I don't know how it's going to be in park and whatnot, but obviously in like 5-on-5, if you're not getting like a certain amount of shots in, or if you're playing in a game where sometimes you're going to be super effective and you're able to get a lot of shots off, and in other games you're not going to be able to, maybe have like the inconsistent badges in here that you like to use and are very, very good. Drill Savant increases badge level progression in the team practice facility. So that's pretty cool as well. So it's like if you're going to be playing a lot of Mycareer, especially day 1, like a lot of people are going to, you can have certain badges here that you want to have. Like blinders is very, very good here. So you're able to, like, especially if blinders is going to be as good this year as it was last year, and then this will be a phenomenal badge to throw in there. So you're able to utilize the blinders in the team practice facility and be able to upgrade it. Scholar, a risk reward perk that gives a significant, in all 3 of these last ones are a risk reward one. That is the 4th section here that rotates every season. But it says Scholar, a risk reward perk that gives a significant increase in badge level progression for player versus player games finished with a high teammate grade. However, it comes with a risk. You will receive no progression for the badge if you do not finish with a high teammate grade. So I believe for Scholar, it's an A- or higher teammate grade, if I'm not mistaken. So play well is practically what we're saying. If you throw a badge in there, play well. But it does say you get no progression for the badge. So these are going to be like your off badges, where it's just like, yeah, you don't care if they get no progression, but it's, it's a benefit to getting progress on those. Even if you don't make progress, it's still fine. Winner Circle, a risk reward perk that gives an added boost in badge level progression for player versus player games that result in a win for the user. However, you receive 0 progression for the badge if you lose the game. This is a rotational seasonal prize, so obviously I would rather put a lot of badges there. Same situation as Scholar, as I mentioned, but also when you are playing with a 5 stack, because you're more likely to win with a 5 stack, so keep that in mind as well. Then you have High Risk. No fucking shit. A risk reward perk increases your badge level progression for PvP games with badge usage, but accelerated regression with lack of usage. So I don't really think there's a point in using this one at all in high risk, but because I just don't see the point unless you just throw all bronze badges in there, because then they can't regress below bronze. They also talk about performance multipliers. They don't really talk too much about it. They just say that they give a benefit to all of your equipped badges at once, so long as challenges from the multipliers are met in their respective modes. Each of the 3 performance multipliers has 4 versions: NBA, City, Rec, and Pro-Am, for a total of 12 multipliers. And it says, a grade A student in games finished with a high teammate grade, badge level progression is accelerated for all equipped badges. Then you have winner takes all in games finished with the win, badge level progression is accelerated for all equipped badges. And up for the challenge in games played against tough opponents, badge level progression is accelerated for all equipped badges. And that's the same for NBA games. So your regular Mycareer games, city games, park, all that stuff. The Rec, blatantly obvious, same in Pro-Am. Then they have floor setters. Floor setters are powerful prizes that are earned via season XP, included with the free base pass each season. There are 18 floor setter slots in total, 9 for silver, 9 for gold. Adding a floor setter badge or adding a floor setter to a badge will prevent the badge from ever dropping below this listed badge level. If your badge has not progressed to the level of the floor setter you want to apply it to, it will auto progress to that level if you have the attribute requirements for that level. They're permanent and cannot be changed, which is fucking stupid in my personal opinion, because like if you're able to get them like day 1 and then you set them and then you realize, oh, these badges are not as good as these other badges, and then you just completely have fucked your build. So I don't like it being permanent. That's going to be my main gripe. The only gripe I have so far with everything that they have talked about that's new, having the floor setters being permanent, so you can't just, you know, change them on the fly. Like, and I understand the reason why they have it that way. It's pretty obvious why they have it that way, because it would be kind of ridiculous if people can just keep changing their gold badge, their gold floor setters, to other badges specifically, so they can just keep switching off their gold badge, and if they have the requirements, then they can get that badge on gold just like instantly. So obviously it's better to use it on badges that you know are going to be super important and that you want to keep, you know, really, really high. Or if there's badges that are like silver, that are like really, really good at silver, that you're not going to be really utilizing as much, you can keep them on silver with the floor setter. I don't know. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff here. Then they just have their little outro here and stuff like that as well, but it's definitely going to be interesting. I feel like this is going to be the most fun year when it comes to experimenting with builds and badges. But that's just my personal opinion on it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I definitely feel like a lot of the stuff they talked about is definitely interesting and is definitely a W if they have done it properly. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button because we are going to be going ham in 2K24, man. But yeah, keep an eye out on the Twitch channel as well. Obviously, I'm uploading this on Monday. I'm recording this Monday morning. But keep in mind that this week we do have a lot of stuff going down. We got Mycareer, City, My Team Info, any other stuff that they possibly surprise us with. Maybe a demo this week, huh? Maybe a demo 2K. I mean, everybody's allowed to start posting their gameplay stuff and everything on the 30th. On the 30th / the 1st. I know a lot of people are doing like builder stuff on the 1st as well. So I don't know. So maybe because that they're able to release gameplay and builder stuff on Friday, maybe they're dropping the maybe they're dropping a demo on Friday, who knows. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I definitely feel like a demo would suffice because of everything that's new in the game, but let me know what you guys think. That's gonna be it for me. Head to my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/ItsMeSnoops. Obviously, you know, it's super easy to find. Go over there, follow me over there. We're gonna go live whenever they do drop the Courtside reports. And also, that's where we are going to go live whenever we are doing live streams of the game. Hit the notification bell icon over here and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel here, just so you never miss out on any uploads. Like I said, we're going ham in 24. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope that you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.